Hi guys, Thursday 8th of October, just gone midday here in London. Initial jobless claims later, ECB minutes also to come out, so just be aware of that depending when you're watching the video. Equity started the day strongly, have snapped back over the last couple hours or so. S&P basically just on the high that we had, or the previous high of the week, acting as a bit of support. You'd almost be comfortable in holding longs as long as the market stays above this kind of zone. The lower point of that 34.14, of course, that is the level on the daily chart. S&P, Nasdaq similar in that it's been coming down a bit, but is on the previous high of the week. So all equity markets in the States looking very similar. The DAX has been banging on this high for quite some time. 1, 2, 3, 4 tests on that 15-minute period. It has come down, found a bit of support in what would probably be the sort of the line in the sand for the midway move. I think if that doesn't hold, then we could see a run down to the low that we had in early trade this morning. So R1 looks pretty good, but it wouldn't surprise me to see, if we do see a break of the R1, a move lower. So stocks are an interesting point. The pound, I was actually bullish. The pound this morning, I have to say, it did then run into a resistance point, and it just couldn't push on. So the next leg higher didn't really come into play, and then we pushed lower. We broke below yesterday's high, a bit of a trend line, and we've taken out the low of the day, and 129, what is it, 129.08, so the 129 handle just a bit below. So I'd be interested to see where we sort of finish the next hour or so. For a reversal to come in, it wouldn't be the most surprising, but I'll just be aware of this whole resistance area now, which obviously was the previous support that we come into. So, might be safer to wait for a long above that, and that will ultimately would be above yesterday's high as well. The euro, relatively quiet. It has just double, or looks like it's about a double bottom on the low of the day. I'd also keep a close watch on the 117.66 level, which is a support point from pretty much 24 hours ago, or 23 give or take. So keep a watch on that. A break below, little area to be aware of. It's not going to be the most rewarding trade if that was the only trade to take on, but there's obviously a key point of the lows from the lows of the week. But if this holds and it comes back into those the range of the last 24 hours or so, I think the bulls will be relatively happy. Bigger decisions going to come here for the euro if it can get above yesterday's high, and of course on that daily chart, then if it finally sort of get out of this little range that it's been in, but more importantly those previous support turn resistance levels at the moment, the sellers will be relatively happy. I think for anyone not in it, you can start to see these lows are just getting squeezed. It's not the most amazing trend line, it has to be said, but if you can at some points get one that is well respected, I mean, that's not too bad. A break below here could well start to see the low that we had from the back end of September again. But yeah, it's getting squeezed either way. A decision point is going to come through. Bit of dollar strength right now as sort of holding gold from pushing to the upside. I quite like the look of gold if it can come back to 1892. It seems like a nice enough region for a long. It seems the same, doesn't it, in a few of these dollar related markets where you just got those higher lows. Nice trend line here on gold, relatively well respected. So like with the euro dollar, if you're in favour of seeing dollar strength, well, this region has to go, and we break below there. So yeah, that's how I would be looking at those dollar related markets. But yeah, ECB minutes shortly. Initial jobless claims at the moment, stocks are on support, but things of course can turn. I think things are pretty nicely set up going into the back end of the day.